Good morning, everybody. It is, no, hold on. We're going to do it like this. Hey, guys. Ethan here with the Episode YouTube channel. It is 30 degrees outside, and I have to work. I'm working outside. I'm not going to try and dox where I work. I might have even said it, though, before in a previous video, but I'm not going to say it again in case I haven't. And it's 30 degrees. I have my donuts here. I have my Life is Better with Donuts. And I got this Starbucks coffee. Anyways, I thought what better time than any to do a quick little book review over this book called The Paleontologist. You don't know how embarrassing it was when I had to do this little project. I had to read this for an English assignment last year. And everyone already knew I wanted to be a paleontologist, so you can imagine whenever they were like, what book should you pick? I was like, The Paleontologist, and they just looked at me like, they're like, I mean, what stars aligned to make that choice happen? I'm like, bro, please just let me read this book in peace. And I finished, and it was decent. It wasn't a bad read. It's supposed to be scary. Not many jump scares. Very all over the place for sure. Mystery, shoot. They couldn't pick which plotline to follow half the time. I will be getting into spoilers. This is by Luke Dumas. Or Luke Damas. Uh-oh. Donut hole. I got the coconut flavor. I usually like chocolate, it's my favorite, but I can't eat it cold. These I'm fine eating cold, but when I get chocolate, I eat them up in a microwave. You got a haircut. I forgot I'm not gonna edit this. I'm not gonna edit this at all. I need to remember. I didn't say a bad word, guys, don't worry. That's just his name. Here, let me show it again. See? D-U-M-A-S. I don't remember chapter for chapter, so we're not going to rate like that. What we're going to start with is the title and the cover. Title, Paleontologist, that's a little interesting. It's like, ooh, I mean, it doesn't really tell you anything about, the plot. And skull, I mean, obviously caught my attention. I'm the target audience. Although, I don't think if you want to be a paleontologist, that should be the target audience. So, title could have been a little different. Art is still pretty good. I mentioned it's 5 in the morning. That's why it's dark and my quality is really bad. I like donuts. Yep, here's the episode raw footage of me eating donuts until I can speak again. Like I was saying, it starts off, this dude, I forgot his name, he is getting this new job at a museum. Spoiler, already getting into the spoiler territory because I cannot explain it because it's been a long time, so I have to go with what I remember most. He lost his sister at this museum, right? When he was a kid. His mom took him. His mom bought him and his sister 2 tickets to this museum, and he was in charge. His mom was very, very, nothing better happened to your sister. Something happened to his sister. She got kidnapped and never seen again. Mom ended up going insane. The mom was already abusive and it was already a problem. But now she was like, and then she started beating the main character, I think. She ended up in I think she was living with her ex or her new boyfriend, however that works. and she got COVID because this came out during COVID time, and ended up in a hospital, which is part of the plot because he thought she was going to die to COVID, so he took a visit to her, and she was like, I hate you. You're worthless. And the bone man is the main antagonist. The main character has nightmares about the bone man dragging a bag of bones. I think he imagines that it's his sister's bones. I can't remember. But he's having nightmares of that. My favorite character, the janitor, he shows up in the first chapter. The dude couldn't open the door because I don't think he had the key, and the janitor's like, yo, you're a loser, you're short, and you're funny looking, but I'm gonna open this door for you. We're gonna get to work. And so he did. And since it's COVID time, the museum's like dead. Like there's nobody goes to this museum. And I was thinking, when I first picked up this book, I was like, oh, he's gonna end up locked in a museum and dinosaurs are gonna come to life. There's two plot lines. The freaking ghost dinosaurs and the bone man. And the teapot. Spoiler territory. The teapot guy and the bone man, same character. Shoot. I'll get better at this. He ends up working his first encounter with the dinosaur. You think she's hallucinating, but nope. Now I'm trying to remember why the dinosaurs, they didn't come to life. They were all pretty much hallucinations, except they weren't. They were... Oh, right. I forgot about it entirely. Well, the main reason why this happened, I remember now. There were satanic rituals that happened that was just suddenly threw into a chapter. That I thought was really cheap. They're like, oh, you don't remember the time when 20 Satanists got in the museum and then did a ritual and, like, sacrificed baby animals? And that's the explanation for the dinosaurs coming to life. I'm sorry I'll have to deal with me struggling to... No edits either. Not one. I'm not doing that right now. It's 5 in the morning. Really good donut. Like I was saying, let's start at the beginning. With me using my brain this time. I'll try at the very least. Main character, I can't remember his name, gets a job at a museum. We got that out of the way. He gets inside. He's the curator, I think. So he has to decide. He's not the security guard. Sorry to disappoint any FNAF fans out there. He's not a security guard at the museum. But I'm pretty sure he decides what exhibits need what and what to design and when to put them up. Or he becomes that, at least, at the end. There's a boyfriend. He's gay. They broke up, though, because he kept tweaking out over his sister's disappearance. And his mother's abusiveness. Like, he'd have nightmares, I think, and then, like sleep terrors. And I think he hit his boyfriend one night after tweaking out. And his boyfriend was like, dude, you're insane. I can't do this anymore. And he left. So, thumbs down to the boyfriend for not, being there. Fruit. Ask him how his days, man. At the very least. I would have gotten milk, but every single time I drink milk there, I get sick. One time I got a can of chocolate milk, I actually chugged that, so no surprise I threw up after that. And then the next time I got normal milk, except like an hour after, I literally felt like the toxic in my throat. Like I swallowed and I felt the ickiness continue to build up. Here we have strawberry. Coconut and strawberry. Strawberry is second because it's bitter. Like I was saying. Boyfriend, not a good guy. Like, he's not that bad, but he got a new boyfriend pretty fast. Well, not a fan. However, I'm doing the worst explanation of a story. Don't take my word for how good this is. It is a pretty good story. I gave it like 3.5 stars out of 5. Although the way I'm explaining it, it seems like this is the most bland, boring, and dull story ever written. Not used to this. My first book review. That I can't edit, and I'm eating donuts. And it's 5 in the morning, and it's 30 degrees. So, cut me some slack. Let me turn the air conditioning down. I don't know how loud that is for y'all, but if I can hear it, y'all can hear it. Like I was saying, like I've been saying, main character dude works at a museum. We got that out of the way. Alright, let's take a little pop quiz. Is he gay? A, no. B, yes. B is correct. Second test. Does he work at a museum? A, yes. B, no. Yes, he does. I hope he'll pass. Continuing now. There's these random scenes where the dinosaurs come to life because the demon ritual, they're alive now. Randomly, random ones get to pick which ones survive. And I'm pretty sure they don't rest until they finish what they died, or I remember now. I think it was a Ceratosaurus, and a Ceratosaurus is pretty much a really, really small T-Rex, even though they don't really look alike. Carnivore, of course, so it's got that T-Rex shaped head, but a little different. Oh, I can't edit that out. I'm sorry, I farted again. And moving on from that. He's got a little horn, or a protrusion, if I want to be scientific, even though just saying a little horn is a lot more understandable. And he learns by the end of this that where it was dug up, it actually had a little sister, baby sibling Ceratosaurus that had died protecting, which he'd see, I think, in a vision. And I think it fought another dinosaur at some point. Not that it was good, because it tried to kill the man. I guess any dinosaur would. I guess that doesn't make it evil. It's just trying to eat. Like me. Like this donut. I can't fight back. I'm eating it slowly. If this is alive, it's probably still alive right now. Bleeding out. But it's not, it's a donut. Not the same for ghost dinosaurs? Do ghost dinosaurs even count? I don't know. I think this lack of editing is like brings us a bigger connection. It's not just me being lazy. Like, this is a real me. No edits. I'm talking about after the guys are talking. And I'm not great. Except y'all aren't freezing your nuts off. Getting full. Okay. I know I said this was a book review, and I sincerely apologize for the lack of reviewing of this book. As much as I've been trying. Believe me, I've been trying. So let's skip to the juicy part. The main character, he meets this guy while he gets, like, groceries, I think. He, like, sees this dude trip putting up his groceries. And it's another gay guy, and the dude is like, oh, thank you, mister. Like, he trips trying to get his groceries on his door. Main character pulls up, bends down. His giant, delicious, juicy booty catches this dude's attention. And he's like, So he gets the door and he's like, you want to make tea? You want to make you some tea? Make me some tea. And so they drink tea together and they talk. Main character's like, sister went missing here back in my origin, so I returned. Side hoe number 2. What's his name? Main gay, the main. Oh, what am I doing? Let's slow down. The protagonist's new love interest. New guy. He's like, let me make you some tea. They taught protagonist, my sister, oh, she's gone, I've come back, in desperation of, because they never found out why she went missing. That's probably really important. I should have said that. They never found out what happened to her. So he came back he wanted to know. Because at some point it was like, I'd never return to the city. I'd never go here again. I'm never going to this museum again because she went missing at the museum that he's working at now. I never said that. And I did now. So y'all know why he's working there. Did I say I got a haircut? I got a new haircut. Anyways, I forgot that I don't also have infinite time. I thought I was about to be late. I have to clock in at 6. It's 5:30 now. I had to clock in at 5:30. That's what it used to be, at least. This is not, like, hydrating me. It is nice and... Oh, excuse me. It is nice and cold, though. Always appreciated. I can feel the dryness not going away. I think I'm full. Freaking Paleontologist. Paleontologist, Night at the Museum, reimagined by Michael Crichton and Stephen King. Michael Crichton, pretty sure he's like a dinosaur guy. Crichtonosaurus, I think, exists. Yeah, curator, here's a curator. Simon, that's his name. Shoot. Hawthorne Museum in Pennsylvania. Just a boy's 6-year-old sister Morgan was abducted from the museum under his watch. It's guilt haunted Simon ever since. After a recent breakup, I got that, and the death of an aunt who raised him, don't remember an aunt, I'm sorry. Simon feels drawn back to the place where Morgan vanished in search of the bones they never found. Ooh. But before he arrives, things aren't what they expected. The Hawthorne is crumbling in ruin, still closed amid the ongoing pandemic, COVID, and plummeting toward financial catastrophe. What an incredible time to apply to this museum. Seriously. Financial ruin and COVID. I think I'll go work at a museum. Worse, Simon begins seeing and hearing things he can't explain. Ghost dinosaurs, strange animal sounds, bloody footprints that no living creature could have left. Prehistoric killer looming in the shadows, like all of them, at the museum. Terrified of losing his grasp on reality, Simon turns to the handwritten research diaries of his predecessor and uncovers a blood-soaked mystery 150 million years ago. Wait. There's a blood-soaked mystery 150 million years in the making that could be the answer to everything. That mystery is the Ceratosaurus little brother something. I think there's an Allosaurus in this. I'm glad he doesn't abuse the T-Rex. Like, we've seen enough of that. As a dinosaur fan myself, I love the T-Rex, but he can't be the main dinosaur and everything. No raptors either. We've seen enough of that. So he's got I keep trying to say Pro-Ceratosaurus. He's got the Ceratosaurus and a few others, Triceratops. See, even a pterodactyl scared me. Like breathing, like howled a little. I think the creepiest dinosaur scene was the pterodactyl, or not the pteranodon. Pterodactyl is not a dinosaur. my least favorite part of this book is the plot twist. Y'all aren't gonna see this coming. So the new boyfriend this dude finds, that dude, he like found the groceries. They like, I don't know, had tea together. They talked every now and then. He is the main villain out of absolutely nowhere. Absolutely, well, he had a reason. He's a psychopath. So a long time ago, he just lived with his mother. He was one of, I'm not gonna say that. I guess imagine someone that's addicted to virtual reality and they get phantom pain. They get phantom sense. They're lost in touch with reality. He's one of those guys that lives with his mother and he's not in touch with reality at all. He's like been babied since he was like, I don't know, 19, and his mother finally passes away, and he loses his mind. And to feel closer to her, he turned her bones into like the tea set. He did. He turned her bones into a tea set, which he drank tea out of, and he was like, she's like still here with me. Oh, this is incredible. This scientific discovery, this could be the answer to everything. So, for no reason, this dude's sister was the next victim in his tea kettle set, which I think he actually had him drink out of, which he didn't know. This was before the big reveal. He's like, here, come take some tea. This is actually your sister's bones. I used them to make a tea set with. British people, dude. Insane. Anyways. I hated that he became the villain out of nowhere. Like, he just found this dude in the middle of the road, on the side of the road, in the middle of the story. Ghost dinosaurs, different plot line. The Bone Man, him. Out of nowhere, out of absolutely nowhere, out of left field, home run, hometown. Like meteor, lightning, just boom. Shock factor, it's a little big, but it goes away by the fact that this dude shows up in the story halfway through as the main character's love interest out of pure coincidence, with absolutely no reason to go after this dude's sister. Like, this dude couldn't have dug up his own grandma or something and did that to her. No, he had to go after this dude's sister. Luckily, the main character befriended some of the dudes, or one of the girls that worked at the museum. My second favorite character is this old lady that donated to keep the museum alive. She's like really rich and like chill and humble. Her husband died. She's like a telepath, or the whatever you call someone that talks to ghosts. Ghosts. What are they called? I don't know, I remember. Called something, for sure. She had a pet bird. The bird was pretty cool too. That's it. He got like a donation of $1 million by the end of it. He managed to figure out that this one dinosaur was actually in a pose of protecting his little sibling dinosaur, just like he was trying to protect his sister. The sister was way more involved, although she is dead. He spiraled around that for the entire story. Character development, I give that probably 2.5 stars. The main character, he didn't really develop at all until the end, and even then it was just him being happy that he figured out what happened. No really development in between that. The villain development, I'll give that 3 stars, just because of the shock factor and the fact that I didn't see it coming. Caught me off guard, and the change in personality is crazy. I think they arrested him. I can't remember if they killed him or arrested. I remember a scene. The love interest actually had all these characters are old, by the way. This dude, I think, is in his 50s. So the love interest, he's also in his 50s. Not that that's really old. Still a little old. And the new guy had an old man up in his bedroom, like pooping and farting and peeing in bed, rotting away. I think that might have been his father or his other boyfriend, I don't know. I think it was some dude who was poisoned. He was poisoning to keep him there. And the main character found this this dude just decaying in bed. That scene, I almost want to gag. It's so disgusting. But I wasn't there, luckily, so I didn't get involved, of course. Excuse me. Well, that's my... Actually, I could probably go on for another 5 minutes. Drag this out to 30 minutes. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm sure this was unbearable enough. That's my review on the Paleontologist. Very bad one, I know. I went over like the same things 8 times. Didn't even describe like the majority of the story, just the plot twist. That took me like 20 minutes to get to. But I hope you all enjoyed. I'm already tired and don't want to work. I want to go home. But now I have to go into work and clock in. So, it's been nice. Have a good rest of y'all's day. And yeah, that's it. No editing. So, this entire outro is going to go on and I'm going to drag it. Because I never know how to end a video. And you see my hand like go up here because, oh, magic and no editing. Oh. Alright, see ya.